GameItAll.com's E3 stream.
Yeah.
We are getting ready for the big EA Play event.
Our weekend of epic streaming starts right now.
Yes.
We got EA going on this afternoon, and then tomorrow is Microsoft and Bethesda, and then Monday is Classic Monday.
Yeah, Classic Monday. We're going to be at Sly's. It'll be great. SlyCon.
Yeah, we got Ubisoft going on. We got Sony, and you know, it'll be awesome. So yeah, we're gonna start talking this afternoon about just what we're gonna be expecting from EA, because there's been lots of stuff that has come out from EA saying that they're gonna be talking about this, and there was already stuff that we knew from a while ago, such as like Battlefront 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So are we really surprised that we're getting Battlefront 2?
I mean, yeah, Battlefront 2, it's already been announced. We know pretty much that it's going to be bigger, better.
Well, yeah.
Than what the previous one was.
And, well, yeah, because they're giving us story mode. They're giving us a campaign. It's not just multiplayer.
Exactly. And that's, you know, that's the one thing a lot of people wanted with Battlefront.
And also Criterion's part of it. It's going to be amazing.
Criterion being part of it is amazing.
So it's going to be amazing. So we're expecting to see a lot more, a ton of Star Wars stuff, because EA does have the IP for Star Wars.
We're hoping to see that. Right now, as of confirmed, we have Battlefront 2. We do know EA is planning a 40-player multiplayer match during the show. So that's going to be a very... We're going to get to see the game
actually run on the hardware. Didn't they do the same thing with Battlefield 1?
They did the same thing with...
yeah, it was Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1, they didn't show us completely. They showed us a part stream.
Snippets of it, but you know, they were still doing it.
And it was celebrities and YouTube's people.
Yeah. So...
And, we're gonna... And we had Snoop Dogg smoking them all out. Which was the best thing
ever.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get to see Battlefront 2 in its full glory, and see how awesome it is. It's probably gonna be amazing because it's freaking DICE, you know.
Yeah.
What they know they've been doing multiplayer forever, so they know what they're doing.
Speaking of DICE, we also have confirmed for Battlefield 1 in the name of the Tsar DLC 2.
Yeah, so the second big release of DLC for Battlefield 1, there's still going to be DLC coming for it, because they still need to support the game, because they're not done with it.
Yeah.
So we got that. We also have the slew of sports games like we get every year, such as FIFA, which is the biggest selling sports game in the world. So we're getting a FIFA 18. They're also going to show off the Switch version, because this year is a big year for the Switch, because it's the first real E3 for the Switch.
We're already hearing rumors about the Switch one. Well, actually, these are confirmed. Is that the Switch doesn't run Frostbite. So once again, we're having a problem with EA supporting Nintendo again, because Nintendo cannot support their engine. So the Switch version of FIFA is going to be completely different than what we've been seeing. Also, it's going to be interesting to see with FIFA, because they're following up from a version that had a story mode.
Oh yeah.
So are we going to get a sequel to the story? Are we going to get a new one? Or are they going to drop that feature?
Was it successful? Did people like it?
From what I remember, people enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So I could see it being still there.
I don't know. Sport games are not my cup of tea, so...
Yeah, same here, but, you know, FIFA is FIFA. I enjoyed what I played of it.
Yeah. I'm not surprised that the FIFA for Switch is gonna be a mobile version. It's just gonna be an enhanced mobile version.
More or less.
Because the Tegra architecture on the Switch is essentially a mobile processor, so why not? We're also gonna see, surprise, surprise, Madden. Because, you know,
of course.
Football. We're going to see a mobile version of that, same as NBA Live 18. NBA Live for mobile also has been announced, and then we get some awesome racing games.
Oh yes, so Need for Speed. They announced Need for Speed last month, saying that it was coming back. We're bringing it back for this year.
Yeah. And they just dropped the trailer the other day.
Yeah, they dropped the trailer last week, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's very Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it's very, like you're on the highway.
Yeah, they what they showed was pretty much a scene from Fast and the Furious where you were trying to rob someone that goes sour, and now you're getting payback.
It just goes to shit.
Yeah, there you go. It's Fast and the Furious meets the Italian Job with Need for Speed cars.
Yeah, Need for Speed, like Frostbite 3 engine.
So I'm actually kind of excited if that's what they're rolling with. It should be very interesting this year.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see what it is.
One of the best things about that part, though, the always online feature has been removed.
It's about time.
They did confirm that. Oh, thank God.
So yeah, and them and Ubisoft and all the other companies need to, stop doing that because it's a pain. So yeah, Need for Speed. It looks pretty awesome. Developed by Ghost Games.
Yes.
Because they're their new Need for Speed developer now. They're essentially the only company.
Well, they, Criterion dived in that one time for Hot Pursuit, was it? No, not
Most Wanted.
Most Wanted.
Is it Most Wanted? I think so.
Which ended up being, just Burnout Paradise 2, which is what we all really wanted. Let's be honest. We want a new Burnout game.
Well, yeah.
So that's most of the games that we know of at the moment. And they did say that there's going to be at least. Well, how many games is that on the list?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, give or take.
12, but most of them are, here's the console version, here's the mobile version.
Yeah, because EA is doing a really big push for mobile. A lot of companies have been doing that lately because there's good revenue stream in mobile. Look at Nintendo.
That's true.
They've been killing it at mobile.
That is very, very true.
So I'm intrigued to see what else they show off. There's been some hints of they're supposed to show off some other stuff. Hopefully we get to see some new Star Wars stuff from Visceral or what's the other company?
Respawn.
Yeah, Respawn. So because Respawn's essentially done with Titanfall.
They're still doing all the DLC.
Yeah, but they're done with essentially
the
main core of the game. So they're just doing the small updates and patches for the game. And then what's Visceral really been working on lately?
The Star Wars game.
Star Wars. So.
Yeah, they've been working on Star Wars. This would be the time to see, definitely to see a more push of the Star Wars content. We're getting Battlefront 2, which is, to be honest, one of the best things that they're doing right now.
Yeah, because, in the whole contract, the only real Star Wars game was Battlefront 1.
Battlefront 1, yeah.
We haven't gotten any other big
Knights,
EA.
The Old Republic was
that was before the contract.
Yeah, pre-contract, but still, it's
So
it's a good idea.
We'll see how it all goes. But yeah, and then also Bethesda, not Bethesda, BioWare. BioWare, hopefully they make an announcement of something because they have to have been working on something for the past while.
Yeah, this is where I'm thinking I'd like to see some Andromeda DLC.
Yeah, because they just released it. They've been patching it, and that's it. They haven't.
That's the only thing. All the rumors we have been hearing back from about BioWare is that they'll be holding back on doing DLC until they fix the core problem.
It is getting a lot better.
Yes, it is getting much better.
Because after 2 months of the game, 2.5 months since the game's been released, they've fixed a lot of the issues with the games.
That's right.
Don't get me wrong, it's still pretty broken compared to prior Mass Effect releases, but it is getting better.
Yeah, that is true. And hopefully that's just the push they need to get everything really fucking
up to
awesome.
par, yeah.
Up to par. And then once again, we'll get the DLC. Probably, we might even see a DLC announcement. That'll be great. Aside from that, we do know they are working on a secret project. They've been teasing that since last year. Maybe we'll get to see it this time, because with the list that's there, like, EA has said they wanted to show at least 8 games. With that list, we're missing about 2 if we're taking out all the mobile games that are already done from another game. So hopefully we get something back off that. We don't see any more minions.
Yeah, they need to show off some awesome games and get people's trust back into EA.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's that people are losing their trust with EA.
They need to come.
But we definitely need more.
Something that's exciting.
Yes, something that will just grab you.
Something that I'm gonna be like, here, take my money. I want it.
Yeah, and right now the big push is Battlefront. But it's Battlefront.
Yeah,
we all know. We know this. We know what's coming. We pretty much know all the major events. And
and then like last year we had the release of Battlefield 1, and Battlefield 1 was amazing.
Yes,
it was a return to form for a military style first person shooter.
Exactly,
which was what we needed, because all these future and postmodern and all this other crap, it was way overdone, and we needed to go back to a more simpler time of, like, let's say 2005.
It's like everyone keeps saying, we want boots on the ground. And that's exactly what we needed.
And Activision learned their lesson. That's why they're going to World War II this year.
Yeah, that's why they're following suit. That's happened.
So, well, we're offline.
We're offline, I think. No,
we're alive.
No, we're still alive. Okay.
I don't know.
So yeah, our stat system is just
silly stream.
Oh man, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Remember that.
No, we're back connecting. Yeah,
that is the rule of thumb about anything
that is live.
That is, especially anything that is live. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Yeah. And also, this is the first year that we're really doing this style of presentation.
That's true. This is the first time we're actually going to be doing pre-shows, live shows, just talking about our stuff.
Yeah, what we're like excited about.
Happening.
And so yeah, I'm excited to see some more Star Wars stuff. I'm hoping they show us some visceral stuff. I want a really messed up Star Wars game.
But here's the problem. Here's a big problem that, and I know what you're thinking, because visceral Dead Space. That's the one that you see.
Dead Space and also Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, Dead Space, Dante's Inferno, and
we're not going to talk about
Army of Two.
No, Battlefield.
Hardline.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about Hardline.
Because Visceral did Devil's Cartel, if I remember right. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
on that
I don't know.
I think I'm wrong on that one, to be honest. But either way, you have your tablet. You can.
Yeah, I'm gonna search it up.
So, yeah, it's like, the thing is, we keep saying that we wanted like this dark, messed up Star Wars game that would be what Visceral, or falls into what Visceral usually does, but it is being directed by
the woman from that did.
Why can't I never ever remember?
It wasn't. Yeah, she did Uncharted.
Yeah, the Uncharted series director. I gotta remember her name, Amy Hennig. I knew it was on my tongue, just couldn't roll out.
She's the creative director for them.
Yeah, she's the creative director. It's just on this game as well.
Yeah.
So she's leading this game's charge, we're going to see a very Uncharted-esque.
That would be exciting. You know what? I don't want to play as a Jedi.
I think that's a lot of people's problem, and a lot of people coming back. We saw 1313.
Yeah, but you know what?
That was the biggest problem. We saw clips of 1313, a non-Jedi game.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh my god, that's amazing. I don't want to play a Jedi in Star Wars.
If you look at the release of Rogue One this past year, there was no Jedis in the movie.
No, and
that's why the movie was amazing. So we need a Star Wars game that you're not playing as a Jedi, you're not playing as anything, you're just playing as something else.
Alright.
Do you want the Jar Jar Binks game?
Oh god.
They're making this real Jar Jar Binks game. Yeah, they did do Army of Two.
Okay. So. Yeah, and I personally really enjoyed Devil's Cartel.
So,
like, of the Army of Two games...
Yeah, it was their first foray into that.
Yeah, of the 3 games of that series, Devil's Cartel was probably my favorite.
So, yeah. It's exciting. It's exciting.
The hell was that?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna close that window because this is weird. Anyways.
So yeah. So we'll see what they do with Star Wars. Star Wars is gonna be a big thing for them. And sports. So yeah.
It's gonna be a good, I think it's gonna be a really good show. We'll have to wait and see how
EA pulls it and also, isn't this the first year that, what's his name's no longer there? Peter Moore?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because last year was his last year, and then he went into...
He's
football manager?
Yeah, football manager.
Yeah, for...
He's living his dream. You know?
So, yeah. It's the first year he's not going to be there.
Listen, as long as they do a better show than last year.
Yeah,
last year's show...
It was so weak.
Was very weak. One of the highlights of the show was the Minions game. And that's just awful. It's like, if that was your highlight...
Well, the highlight of the show was Battlefield 1.
Oh, yeah, okay. To be honest, Battlefield 1, 100%.
It took the show.
It took the show,
showed Titanfall.
But they hardly showed anything about it.
Yeah, but we already knew it was going to be awesome. But they also showed Titanfall. So, yeah.
Yeah, but we already knew.
There we go. Now we have the proper setup.
Sure.
No, first time doing this, so we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it.
Yeah, we're good. But that's really all we have for EA. There really wasn't much.
Well, the biggest problem is we only know pretty much 4 projects that's being done.
Yeah, well,
and that we can think of that they would be like, oh yeah, this is what we're working on.
Well, and
because I'm not expecting a new Dead Space.
No, we're not going to get a new Dead Space. We're not going to get.
We're definitely not getting a new Battlefield 1 or Battlefield game.
No,
because they're going to show the DLC and
they just released it, and they also learned their lesson from prior releases of, you know, first-person shooters. They don't want it to turn into a COD.
We don't want it to like fill up.
You don't want to, you know, overfill the market with all these games. If you can release one game and then keep releasing, you know, DLC for it, then you can still make more money on the sale of the content. So, and also with the release of Battlefield 1, you know, they're only really releasing the second piece of DLC right now. Well, they're going to be releasing it. So, how many more packs of DLC are they going to release for the game?
I'm pretty sure that has been answered before, but let's take a look.
So, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with that, and then we'll go from there. And that's the whole thing with that's the whole thing with someone like EA or Ubisoft. They, there's not third party, like, it's not like Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo that we can go, oh, hey, they're going to be announcing this and this and this and that, and us thinking companies are going to do special deals or special releases.
True.
Yeah.
So there's 4 packs that are coming for Battlefield 1.
Okay, so
this is the second pack. We have They Shall Not Pass,
which already released,
and that was amazing. In the Name of the Tsar, which adds Russia. Turning Tides, which we don't know about right now, and Apocalypse.
When did They Shall Not Pass come out?
That was more around the beginning of the year, I believe.
Okay, so let's say January, February.
Yeah, somewhere around there, I believe.
Okay, and then
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, it sounds right.
So the last 2 are probably going to come out at the end of the summer and maybe close to November.
So the Turning Tides one is going to be based on amphibious naval warfare.
Naval warfare.
Which we do see that in every Battlefield. Like every Battlefield, aside from Hardline, because that's, the black sheep of the family.
Well,
most
cops and robbers.
Any of the DLC that comes out has had. Whoa! Okay, somebody's. Looks like EA is about to start their pre-show as well, so that's gonna be interesting. And then Apocalypse. This is gonna be interesting.
Mustard gas.
The only thing that they're saying about Apocalypse off their site is go over the top in the most infamous battles of World War One. Okay, we know how we kept saying like Passchendaele and like all these other places. Yeah. Maybe this is where we'll see it.
So is it actually gonna be like story based?
No, well, it's gonna be like mission, like multiplayer DLC as normal. But
we'll see what happens.
I want to see those places because Canadian history, and in Canadian history those are such big battles for.
Well, yeah, and there was no Canadian anything in the game.
There was hardly anything for Canadians in Battlefield 1, which sucked because you saw everyone else and you're like, oh man, this is like
you had the Australians.
They did a lot in World War One, and from most, once again, being ignorant to most history, I'm only doing what I learned based off of school. We were badasses in World War One. We pissed on handkerchiefs, put it over our faces, and ran through mustard gas.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, come on.
So
EA. You have like a bunch of Canadian studios. You could just go up there and ask them and be like, yes, here's like some of the best World War One battles that we just fucking destroyed.
That weren't in the base game.
I would really wish I could remember if this was Canadians or Scotland that had this. But there was a story that I was remembered about World War One, where they went in. They had the Black Watch, is what they called them, I believe.
Mm.
I could be getting my history wrong. If somebody wants to, correct me, go right ahead. I definitely could use it. So the Black Watch, which was a bunch of kilt-wearing soldiers, were walking into a battle against the Germans, and they brought in their bagpipes. So just going in. I only know one bagpipe song.
Those crazy mofos.
The Germans were so they couldn't stand it that they shot the bagpipe first, and that all it did was enrage their army.
You killed my pipe.
You killed the bagpipe.
So
yes, should be. I don't know.
yeah, it should be interesting to see.
Yeah, if it seriously, if I got any of that wrong, because I really enjoy history, and if I had that wrong, that's horrible of me. Somebody correct me. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Another rumor that was said is that there's a likely possibility we're going to see UFC 3.
Yeah, that is a possibility, because when did 2 come out? 2 came out...
I'm pretty sure that was last year. Let's see, UFC 2 release date, last year, March 16th. March 15th, 2016.
So it's been a year plus.
Yeah, so if we get an announcement of 3's coming, and then...
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that... Or we could see another fight night.
I would love to see another fight night. That'd be great. I don't know how people would react to it now that UFC has been... here's the problem. You have UFC, which right now is humongous in popularity. Then you have boxing, which, while still insanely popular, it doesn't seem to hold the audience that it previously had.
But is UFC still as popular as it was a couple years ago?
Well, it's still pretty popular.
It's still popular, but it's
still largely popular.
I don't think it's as... So, but I would like to see another Fight Night game.
Oh, yes. I'm wondering if they will consider, if they've been considering putting, the story mode that they're trying to push for. Because if they're pushing story mode in most of their sports games now, a Fight Night, well, we've already seen Fight Night story mode with Fight Night Champion.
Yep.
And that was amazing.
Well, yeah, they actually rolled it out properly.
And then we had FIFA.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're, if we can get UFC or NBA Live has it.
Yep.
Yeah, NHL. Give us NHL story mode. I'll be happy with that.
The guy going from the shitty beer leagues, and then he works his way up to the.
You have to start out with Moncton and.
He'd go from the shitty leagues, the house league, and then he works his way into the Q, and then he makes his way into the NHL.
Yeah, I mean it's the Canadian dream right there, man.
And then he goes into the World Juniors and all this stuff. Yeah.
Oh man, just give you a Sidney Crosby storyline there. There you go.
Hey, why not? They're at the finals right now.
That is true. That is true. So
the cup could be won. So. But we will see what EA shows in the next 15 minutes, because they're starting in 16 minutes. So we're gonna see what EA actually shows us and what they want to release this year, and what I want to buy and what I don't want to buy.
Yeah.
So that's what it comes down to. Do we have anything else for EA?
At the moment, no. That's
really.
Pretty much it. We've even given ourselves a 15-minute head start on this. Oh,
we should have known that EA wasn't gonna be long.
Yeah, our talk about EA wasn't gonna be that long, because EA has been pretty much just we have something, we know we're gonna release it, we know of that.
Yeah,
content.
Because they have a couple places that they do games.
There is one thing though. They usually do surprise us with
what, Peggle 3?
I'll take Peggle 3. I'll take Garden Warfare 3 as well. I mean, that's the thing.
Or just
we didn't see anything about PopCap from that list.
That's really weird, because PopCap,
That's their
to do
big
something.
That's technically their mobile department right there. I
Well,
mean,
it is their it's essentially their indie department. They're not indie, but you know what I mean.
Their casual department. Definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, we normally we would see something from PopCap on there, so that's a little weird to me. So maybe we'll get something from them. We don't know though.
It'd be nice to see. And also surprise me with a new IP from some studio.
Yeah, like how they did with Unraveled.
Well, yeah, or even if they could just publish something.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting to, is that they usually, like, since the first time they showed Unraveled, they kind of been doing that. They've been
You
just
felt
pushing.
so bad for the guy.
That's still my favorite present. That was my favorite presentation of that year.
He was just like
because
it was just so awkward.
It was fucking honest, is what it was. The guy came up. He's like,
"This is my game.
My game. This is my game. It's called Unraveled. You have the little guy, and I've taken pictures of him, and that's how we thought about the game. Like, that was perfect. That was like, what? Like, you are at EA's conference,
showing off
your game,
simple your little idea that you came up with,
your indie game title,
yeah,
and yeah, you're like,
that's what makes E3 special, and that's what they need, something like that.
Yeah, and like that was the time that EA like shocked us, kind of, because we were like, oh, it's EA.
We expect something usually from EA. We expect some sports games, for sure. Yes. We expect something from DICE, some first-person shooter. We expect racing games.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's exactly it. We didn't expect that.
No, and that's what I want to see. That's what I'm excited to see. I'm hoping that they pull something like that, and that we get something amazing out of it, so that we can, go, yeah, I'm really excited for this game, and, I would like, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to see a new Command & Conquer game. I've been wanting... No, I don't want 4. I want, Red Alert 3.
Wait, didn't Red Alert 3 already happen?
Yeah, but I want, a Red Alert.
Oh, you want a new Red Alert.
Give me a Red Alert 4. I just want a strategy game. I want an RTS.
I just want Tim Curry to come back.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Come on.
But
him and George Takei was the best part about that game.
God. Well, same as what's his
and
name, yeah.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah. Well, they just have the best freaking
it was
live action.
Yeah.
Great. It's so cheesy. But yeah, that's what I want. I would like to see an RTS game from EA, a new one, because that's what was awesome. Freaking RTS games from the late '90s. So, but we will see. We will see in 11 minutes of what they go. Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Ugh. So EA is the only one that's doing their conference today.
Yeah, they're what's next year? Friday?
Oh God, please. Please.
Thursday the year after. They just gonna keep going a day ahead. Because last year, 2 years ago, they were like, okay, we're on Monday, like everyone else. And then last year, they're like, oh, we're gonna be awkward. Well, we're gonna be awesome, or something, and we're gonna do it on Sunday, Bethesda. So they wanted to, differentiate themselves. And this year, they're like, we're doing Saturday. So,
yeah. It's oh man, so I'm trying to think here. We have this one today, and that's going to go straight through. And then we have... Well, this conference is supposedly going to be an hour and a half.
Yeah, because hopefully they have a ton of stuff to show off.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then tomorrow we got Microsoft. Tomorrow's going to be a big one for Microsoft because they're showing off hardware.
Of course.
And they need to show off a ton of exclusive games.
And then after we have, much later in the night, we have Bethesda.
Yeah, which is going to be Bethesda.
And
supposedly they got 2 new IPs that they're showing off. There's also Wolfenstein. And a ton of other stuff, so...
We also have Quake Champions.
Yes.
Also getting shown off. Likelihood of some more Elder Scrolls Online.
Yep.
Like, look at stuff. So probably more about Morrowind that's already just came out.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they might talk about like further release of patches and DLC towards it.
Probably.
And updates.
Yeah, there's we're just waiting now the countdown now. So let's take a look here.
Oh yeah, there is talk about UFC 3.
There is, okay.
So
that is good.
Could be coming in the spring of 2018, so it wouldn't surprise me that they'd announce it.
So we're at this time, we are 7 minutes away.
Yep.
Counting down the time.
So we're getting close to the turnaround on up to when we actually we turn it over to EA. So that they can go, hey, look at all our awesome stuff. Essentially, look at Frostbite 3. Pretty much.
More or less.
Because that's essentially everything runs on Frostbite 3. So.
I'm just checking the other, just to make sure everything is still
running hunky-dory.
Yeah. Because remember, live, the rule of live, if it can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Well, yeah.
So, just going to get past this 5-hour energy
commercial
advertisement. I heard of a person drinking like 5 of those and like almost dying.
Well, that's why you read the warning on the bottle that says don't drink more than 2.
Exactly. So we're trying to think of anything else that anything that we're missing from this, because like 5 minutes out, we've covered everything that we can.
Yeah, like it's gonna be sports. It's gonna be Need for Speed. It's gonna be
Sims Mobile. It's gonna be a lot of mobile. There's a big mobile push for EA.
Yeah, they're doing a big mobile, and then there's also the possibility of some wild cards that we weren't expecting, such as, you know.
Oh man, Dead Space 4.
Yeah,
or EA finally taking the step to go into remaster territory and bring us Dead Space 1
I don't
and 2.
want a remaster.
Yeah.
I'm tired of ports.
To be honest, I just want to play Dead Space again. With better graphics.
Just get the PC version, problem solved.
Yeah, I suppose. Then I have to run it off of Origins.
Do you? Is it
Probably not with Dead Space 1, but
Is
Dead
it on
Space 2
Steam?
probably. No, but it is on Good Old Games.
Well, there you go. No DRM.
Yep,
It's the best part.
that is very true. So a lot of people I see in like comments and other channels just looking through just to make sure
You
everybody's.
can get both of them on
all
Steam.
set. Oh, you can? No? Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. Then I just need to do that. Exactly. So, a lot of the comments I'm seeing, a lot of people are asking for Skate 4.
yes, I would like to see Skate 4. And
Skate is definitely up on that list.
there a couple, when was it? It was like a couple, like 7 or 8 months ago, someone, didn't they mess over one of their accounts somewhere? I think it was their Instagram account.
Yeah, they were saying that was a disgruntled employee, I believe.
It was amazing. Everything was Skate 4.
Yeah.
Everything was, we need Skate back.
So, you never know. Maybe that was a hint of, hey, Skate 4 is actually happening.
Yeah, because I'd like to see Skate 4.
Well, yeah.
It's a return to form. It's a return to when last generation launched. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Oof. The anticipation.
I know. You wait for E3 to come and then just, it gets here and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's always the first conference. It's the one that builds you up.
Yeah.
And then
essentially this sets your expectations for the rest of the show.
so, EA has to do good here.
Wow, it was like a couple years ago when Bethesda went first. 2015 when Bethesda went first.
That's true.
They showed off freaking Fallout 4. They showed off Fallout 4 and then they show not Far Cry. Quake Champions.
Yeah, they started out Quake Champions, then they showed
A bunch of stuff.
Blade, Stabby, Mask game.
Dishonored 2. and a
Blade,
bunch of
Stabby, Mask game. There you go, Arcane. That is the new title of your game.
Mhm.
Blade, Stabby, Mask game.
Well, and then Arcane released Prey this year, so.
And Prey was, I was pleasantly surprised with it.
Well, the whole thing with Prey, you can't look at Prey like a regular first-person shooter. You have to look at it like a 90s System Shock kind of game.
Yeah, you have to look at it almost in a survival horror.
Yeah, and you need to play it on the PC.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the load times on consoles were horrendous. Horrendous. Because it was using, whatchamacallit, Cry. We got a minute. And we're going live in a minute.
Well, we've been live the entire time.
No, but we're going live to EA.
We'll be going to EA very shortly. At this point, we're killing time.
Because, yeah.
So before we do get EA up and running at this point, also just want to mention that you can follow us for all other gaming news and doing our reviews and everything by going to GameItAll.com. Also checking out our Facebook page and our Twitter page. Also, be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube where we do weekly podcasts. We also have a bi-weekly movie podcast called What Were They Thinking?
Yeah, and a bunch of other stuff.
Plus, we do Let's Plays, and we're going to have more shows coming on the YouTube channel very soon, in the near future at least.
So, yeah.
So, definitely...
tons of stuff.
Follow us, yeah.
Yeah, we got tons of stuff going on. So, but yeah, it's 4 o'clock. Where's my EA stream?
Once again, making sure we didn't have this screwed up. Let's take a look here.
Well, it starts with Madden.
The show started, but the...
Did you link it to the...
Linked it to the proper page, but one moment. One moment, everybody. There we go.
And we're live with EA. We're done talking.
So the EA conference is starting here and now. Let's get our audio back up. Let's get our audio back up after the advertisement. Man, anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Round of applause for the drumline, guys. That's Madden like you've never seen it. And I might be biased, but I'm pretty sure that's the most innovative Madden we've done in well over a decade. Welcome to EA Play 2017, coming to you from the Hollywood Palladium. This is our second year at EA Play. Last year we went out on a limb. We tried to do something a little different with a view to changing the way you interact with products before they launch. We wanted to do something that put the games in your hands earlier, and it showed us how much further we can go. As you can see, we've built a creative space here. We're right in the middle of it. This is going to be where it all goes down over the next 3 days. Playing, creating, and sharing with the rest of the world. We've built it this way for a very simple reason. We want more of you to be able to experience this moment. For thousands of you in Hollywood this week, we have hundreds of stations for hands-on gameplay. And for tens of millions of you out there joining online from across the world, you won't hear it just from us. You'll hear it from players, right here. They're here to see new things, to ask questions, to challenge us, to tell us what they like and especially what they don't. They're going to connect with each other and create content. And of course, they're going to play as many games as they possibly can. So let's set the stage for what we'll do over the next hour and a bit. We're going to go deep into 8 new experiences, each with major reveals, massive innovation, and stories that'll pull you in. 2 years ago, we launched Star Wars Battlefront, and we got a lot of feedback. A lot of it positive, and a bunch of it constructive. That's a euphemism for not as positive. So today we're going to bring you 30 minutes of Star Wars Battlefront 2. And what we hope you'll see is that we've addressed all of the feedback and gone even further. We've got a mix of everything here for you. A look at new IP, some killer new trailers, demos, and a bunch of live gameplay. This is going to be a lot of fun. And it should be, right? Because we're all here for one simple reason. All of us share one fundamental belief. And that's that games are the best form of entertainment on the planet. Yeah! They connect us like nothing else. They bring us together across cities and countries. They inspire us. They ignite the fires of competition inside us. Games allow us to do extraordinary things and to be extraordinary in our own ways. Games enable us to be our most creative selves, whether that's as game makers trying to pioneer new ways to play, or players making each game a unique expression of our own passion for what we do. Games put the power of play in our hands to do with it what we want and to make it our own. So let's celebrate. For the next 3 days, we're here to celebrate play with all of you. And what better place to start than with a game that has taken the world by storm, Battlefield 1. There's more than 20 million Battlefield 1 players out there today, and we've got a lot to share about a revolution that's coming to this great franchise. So let's jump to Battlefield right from the creative heart of EA Play.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew Galata, producer for Battlefield 1 at our DICE studio right here in LA. I'm standing inside the creator cave at EA Play where our community is creating new content to share with players across the globe. It's unbelievably rewarding to see more than 20 million players embracing the game, crafting their own memorable moments, only possible in Battlefield 1. Let's take a look.
Hey, Noob, I got some questions to ask you.
Okay.
What is it about the Battlefield franchise that's so special and appealing to you?
The thing I find special about Battlefield is teamwork. I'm not good at shooting. Sometimes I like to repair, or heal, or hide.
Oh, I just shot an airplane out with the cable!
I'm most definitely proud to be a part of the Battlefield community. I've never been a part of any other gaming community where people are just so passionate about their game.
Everyone in this community is focusing on making this game as best as it can be and expanding on the experiences that we've already had.
No way!
Was mich an Battlefield begeistert, ist die schiere Bandbreite an Dingen, die ich in diesem Spiel tun kann.
Player versus tank versus plane versus environment.
My most memorable moments is what I do with my community. A 64-man army that just does massive, crazy things.
I have made so many amazing friends who have become more like family.
It's something that brought a whole lot of people together. We'll squad up and go and tear it up.
Boom!
You got it?
Oh, I killed them all! I killed them all!
Oh, got a roadkill!
I'll never be able to do that again in my life! I'll never be able to do that again in my life! Never, ever. That's it. That's as good as it gets. I should just stop playing. I should quit.
He just disabled a moving truck with a grenade while jumping off a horse. Incredible. We love these only in Battlefield moments, and we want even more of them. So we're bringing more ways for you to play. First, Night Maps debut this summer. In Neville Nights and Prise de Terreur, you'll need to deploy tactics as you fight through the night in a massive network of trenches. Second, I'm excited to announce a major revolution in Battlefield 1. We're bringing epic battles to the Eastern Front of World War I. In the Name of the Tsar expands Battlefield 1 to the blistering winter in the East. This is the biggest front of World War I. And with it, we're bringing you 6 new maps, the Russian army, including the mighty Hussar cavalry, new vehicles and weapons to expand your arsenal, and the iconic Women's Battalion of Death. Finally, we're introducing a richer gameplay experience in both progression and operations mode by bringing deeper player progression through all new assignments, the ability to tailor your playstyle with specializations, and new multi-battle experiences woven through the fan-favorite game mode, Operations. All of this coming in September as part of In the Name of the Tsar. And for the next 3 days, the Lupkow Pass map from In the Name of the Tsar is right here at EA Play. For those of you tuning in, you'll get a glimpse of it from these guys when they share it on their channels very soon. So there you have it, 8 new maps in total, opening up the largest front in World War I with new ways to play. There's never been a better time to be part of the Battlefield community. Now enough of me. Let's give you a first look at In the Name of the Tsar. A revolution is coming.
Услышишь гром и вспомнишь обо мне. Полоска неба будет твердо алой, а сердце будет, как тогда. В огне.
Oh, that was badass.
Uh-huh.
That was just badass.
Hi, everyone. I have the privilege of leading our global development teams. 6,000 of the most creative people making truly amazing experiences, including Battlefield 1. Now, this summer is going to be huge. So much new content, so much more to play, and so many new ways to play. And there's one more thing we'll bring to Battlefield. Later this year, we're going to give you a new competitive Battlefield experience. We've heard you. You want a smaller, tighter experience focused on team play. You want all-out war built for competition. And you want it accessible to players and to viewers. And it's coming. I can't wait to share more with you guys at Gamescom in August. Now, competition is at the center of EA today, and we've always thought about it a little differently. We believe in making stars of all our players. Let me tell you something really cool. Last month, I was watching an amazing competitor, Shells. He made it to the FUT Championship finals in Berlin. 6 months ago, this guy was an unknown. Now he's a worldwide star. And he'll be competing with the best at the FIFA Interactive World Cup final in August. Now, we want to find more stars, so we're doubling down in competition in ways only EA can. This fall, we're launching the largest FIFA championship ever, with many ways to compete. The best FUT players will compete in the FIFA Ultimate Team Champions Cups. And in our official Football League competitions, you can represent your favorite real-world team. It's true, you can. We'll have much more to share, including our Madden plans later this summer. As developers, your passion is what fuels us. Your stories inspire us, and competition like nothing else brings them to life.
Magnificent goal! If anything happens in this tournament, at least he has that.
This is my first time. My first time. This is my first time competing.
I just thought maybe this is something I could do.
So many good players.
I want to beat them just like they want to beat me.
Oh, wow.
I just don't understand how people think I'm the underdog.
That is confidence right there.
This is the highest level that you can play. There is a real thin line between success and failure. How nervous are you right now? It's going to be a really tough game.
I'm never going to lose ever in my life.
Wide open!
He's just a person you can hate.
He is an absolute beast.
Loves it up to Thomas.
I wonder if we're going to see a handshake. Nope, not going to see it.
He's come up in second place time and time again.
And we have again. Rocky scored it.
Now's the time to stand up.
Skimbo is moving on.
This is what competitive gaming's all about.
Oh, my word.
We're about to crown a new king.
There it is. It's Rocky that is your champion.
And Michael Skimbo is your Madden 17 champ.
He's come out of nowhere.
Were you ever in doubt in that game?
I was in doubt the whole time.
These guys are going through something special right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, sitting on your couch, this could be you.
There's no I in it, I bring it on my team. Who'd you wanna hug? If you got no energy, 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 energy.
Please explain what's going on.
I'm so hyped to get this game.
I went early, Rog. I went early. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Men in Blazers. That's Rog, the bald one. I'm Davo, way less bald in person. We are delighted to be here.
Oh, we really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows ever to be produced in the panic room and the crap part of Soho.
That is true. Somehow, we convinced world leaders like Will Ferrell to come talk to us about the 5th best sport in the world.
Oh, we've tricked them all, Davo.
Yep.
And the common thread for us is always football and FIFA. And when I speak to players around the world, they all tell me their experience with FIFA runs so deep, it actually impacts the way they play on the field. That is art influencing life.
It's
Davo.
all melding together, Rog. Look at this. Look at how the world's game comes to life in FIFA 18. Player personality that differentiates even the talls from the smalls.
They've even perfected the inimitable run style of Raheem Sterling and developed with detail Antoine Griezmann's technical ability to suavely fly past all defenders.
And
so suave.
And these atmospheres, Rog, take a look at this. They make it feel like you're in the Argentinian sun with your pasty white legs. And this is massive, Rog. They've now got the ideal athlete helping to develop the game. Is there anyone better and more genetically sound than Cristiano Ronaldo? Could you get anyone better than that?
Well, that man doesn't have a 6-pack. He's got an 8-pack.
You're right.
And EA Sports know the only way to make Cristiano look better is to jam him in spandex and capture his data. That beautiful man. He's done it all. Let's hear it. Back-to-back champion of Europe. The La Liga title. Ballon d'Or winner. Literally every trophy. And most impressive from our perspective, that beautiful head of hair.
He has hair, Roger. But as huge as Ronaldo has been this past year, there's one story bigger than them all.
Oh, yeah. Peter Moore becoming CEO at Liverpool. Good luck with that one, mate.
Yeah, no, Rog. No, Rog. The biggest story in football is, of course, Alex Hunter, the new hero of the virtual pitch and the star of The Journey.
The Journey.
Alex would go on to score more than 360 million goals in his first season. Wow.
That one's true, and so is this one. Whenever our good old English national team take the field over the past year, the single name most tweeted, even more than Sir Harry Kane, Alex Hunter.
Yeah, we could have used him today, Rog.
We could have won it all.
Yeah.
Talking about winning it all, though, what a storybook year Alex Hunter's had.
Yeah.
Winning the FA Cup, just 18 years old, barely passed his bar mitzvah. He's experienced more in his first season than I will in my entire life.
That is true. It was quite the start to a truly amazing journey.
But the life of every footballer is a journey filled with victory, defeat, glory and conflict, dreams come true, and challenges that lie ahead.
So, everyone wants to know, what is next for our man Alex Hunter?
I don't know, Davo, but it seems like everyone's got an opinion.
There is one question on everybody's lips.
What next for Hunter?
Everyone's hunting Hunter.
Alex Hunter has been talked about.
I think all this Alex Hunter talk, I think that's just paper talk, if I'm honest.
Sehen wir Alex Hunter bald in der Bundesliga?
Seine Spielweise ist atemberaubend.
Alex Hunter is a proper talent, a huge talent. He needs the right club and the right manager. Any club will be lucky to have him.
Alex Hunter is in the media every day, and it's getting annoying, to be fair.
Oh, it's so irritating. What kind of club would let Alex Hunter go?
And I'm not really sure that a move was the right thing for him.
But this guy's getting too big for his boots, blood.
Alexander is a great player. He's a beast. Yeah, she is.
He's very quick.
He's got skill, amazing skills.
Hunter è un attaccante fenomenale.
Hopefully he's got good people around him.
Hunter's bombed his bridge. He has to look after himself. Go! Go!
I would move.
Rumours have got to stop.
Don't go, Alex.
Alex Hunter, you really are wasting time.
Will Alex Hunter stay or go?
Are you sure this is what
risky? Not about
this tour of the US.
What does your heart tell you?
If I stay, it will be double. So should I stay or should I go?
What up, guys? Thank you for having me, EA. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jesse Wellens, and I am a YouTube creator. So I am here to talk about Need for Speed Payback. If you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Payback, yeah, it's a great game. But all right, all set aside, I'm a YouTube creator. Need for Speed Payback, it's coming out. I got my boy Marcus, executive producer here. He is the producer of the game. Thank you, Nick, for having me.
Hey, man. Thanks, Jesse. Obviously, we're really excited to tell everyone about Need for Speed Payback here today, but more importantly, show it. In Payback, you are on a revenge mission to take down the House. House is a cartel that rules the city's casinos, criminals, and cops, and that is we're delivering a brand new experience with wild heist missions, intense cop pursuits, grueling car battles, and jaw-dropping action moments. No longer is it just about being first across the finish line. We are putting you behind the wheel of an action-driving fantasy.
So Need for Speed has been around for a long time. There's been a lot of new things coming to the game and a lot of old things that people are familiar with the franchise.
Exactly. You know, we're putting a new narrative into the game where you drive 3 different characters, Tyler, Jess, and Mac, all bringing their own unique playstyle to the game. You drive across city, mountains, deserts, and canyons in the most diverse open world ever made for a Need for Speed game. There's a lot of great new elements in this game, but also obviously a lot of fundamentals like customization. We go way deeper when it comes to visual and performance customizations, as well as introducing something on top of that, something we call derelicts, which are abandoned classic cars that you transform from scrap to stock to supercars.
Speaking of customization, my homie Nick, AR12 Gaming, he looks like he's customizing a classic Beetle. He's going to be doing a lot more of this customization and gameplay at 1:30 on the stream if you want to come back. But enough talking about it. I'm trying to see it.
Yeah, we're absolutely very excited to show you the first, one of the blockbusters from Need for Speed Payback, called the Highway Heist, that shows that intense action driving experience. So let's turn around and take a look.
Koenigsegg Regera, 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. We intercept, then grab the cargo.
It'll be part of a convoy.
What are you thinking?
Quick hit and run. Get me close to the truck and I'll take care of the rest. Get me close to that truck before it hits the tunnel. The house won't let us anywhere near the truck. We've got to take out those cars. Get rid of these guys.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's get that truck.
Look out! Shit! Damn it!
What the hell?
This guy's out of his mind.
There's something much bigger going on here.
What's the play?
Forget the tunnel. We get him before he reaches the city.
Guys, more house cars headed your way. Tanks is what they are.
They're going down either way.
Take him out, Ty.
Guys, city's coming up fast. Jess, I've got a really bad idea.
Mac?
Ladder on the side. You can get up on his right.
It's now or never, Jess.
Do it. Keep it steady!
Jump!
Jess, you got this?
Jess!
I got this.
That's what I'm talking about.
Good job, team. Let's take this baby home.
Let's see what she can do. Okay, boys. Let's even the odds.
I can assure you that plays as well as it looks.
GTA 5 is what we're seeing.
Last year at EA Play, we unveiled EA Originals. The program was something we created to support small, independent studios, to help bring experiences that are unique, gorgeous, innovative, and memorable to the world. We are partnering with game creators through the process from development to marketing to publishing. But EA Originals is also about funding, about offering a level of security. The profits from these games go back to the hands of the developers. We have been overwhelmed with the indie community's reaction to this. I can tell you, we've received hundreds of pitches, many of them brilliant, and as a result, we now have several new titles in development. Today, I want to introduce you to our next EA Originals title, one that I've been very close to from the beginning. This game tells the story in an entirely new way. Now, a few years ago, I played the indie hit, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, with my oldest daughter. I loved how different the game felt. The mechanics and storytelling were really cool, and we both loved the emotional story. So I decided to contact the game's creator, Joseph Fares. When we met, we instantly realized we shared the same passion for games and how to bring new experiences to players. I also found out that he was building a new studio called Hazelight. Now, we're thrilled to be working with Joseph to bring his new project to all of you. What started out as a wild idea on paper has now turned into a groundbreaking, one-of-a-kind game called A Way Out. Take a look.
What's your plan?
Stay the hell away from me, okay?
I'm sure you have good reasons to bust out of here, but I need to get out of here too.
Yeah? Not my problem.
Well, you can trace lines in your face, but it's the way that your spirit makes you walk.
It's pitch black. We need a light.
Screw it. I'll go first.
Oh, crap! You okay?
Your hands up high.
You have a problem?
Yeah, I got a problem with you.
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too.
See? Problem solved.
Come on, Leo!
Your hands up high. My love, I'll see.
Hey, my name is Joseph Fares, and I'm the writer-director of A Way Out. I'm so excited to be here and show you the game. So, after I finished Brothers, I wanted to make another game that pushed the boundaries on how to tell stories without compromising on gameplay. And this is the reason why I started Hazelight Studios together with the team behind Brothers. And working with EA's originals was perfect for this, because we have the full creative freedom and trust from EA to deliver the game we truly believe in. And that is very important for Hazelight, let me tell you that. So, the idea for A Way Out came to me when me and a friend trying to find a co-op game that wasn't just a drop-in, drop-out experience. I wanted to play a game where the characters had unique personalities and goals. A game where me and a friend can embark on an emotional journey together. And this is exactly what A Way Out is. The game is designed for split-screen co-op only, and I mean only. So you will be able to play it online, but to get the full experience and feel, we want you and your friend to play it in your couch. And gameplay-wise, yeah, couch, nice, right? Action. Finally, yeah. And what was I going to say? Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, wait, it's coming to me. Come on. Gameplay-wise, it's going to be crazy. There's going to be a huge amount of variation. You're going to be able to play everything. I mean, not everything, but a lot of stuff. There's going to be exploration, driving, action. So you won't get tired of this game, I'm telling you. So, but let me tell you this. After you finish playing A Way Out, I will tell you, you will play a co-op game like never before. I know, I mean, I can guarantee that. I know I sound very cocky, but I can't help it because it's true. I'm so pumped up, it's crazy. You don't know, I live, breathe this game. I'm telling you, it's like, it's gonna kick ass. It's gonna kick ass. So right now, I will show you a gameplay video that's gonna show you just a small part of the game, but still, you're gonna get blown away. And I also wanna say that I'm so proud and happy to be part of this industry. It's crazy how fun it is to be here and do these games. It's so much fun. And also, one last thing. I want to say hello to my Hazelight team watching live from Sweden. Thank you, goodbye, hop shaky, boom, come on.
It's going to kick ass.
Well, yeah.
It's going to kick ass.
It looks amazing.
A Way Out is a story-driven co-op
really
game. It is designed, played, and experienced only in split-screen co-op, which means you have to play the game with a friend, either online or on your couch. The game starts in a prison. You play as Vincent and Leo. You and a friend will get to know your characters and unfold their story together.
You don't know anything about me, man.
Maybe not. But Harvey killed someone very close to me. With or without you, I'm going after him.
Let me show you some of the scenarios in the game. On the right side, you see Leo, who's already in prison. On the left, you see Vincent, who just arrived. Now if you look to the right again, you can see that Leo can be controlled, while Vincent is in a cutscene. Here is another one. Vincent and Leo are now in the laundry room. Your goal is to smuggle sheets using a laundry cart. You can approach the scenario in different ways. Either get the cart with Vincent.
No, I got a good pack right here. I think it's got your name on it. It's broken. I don't know.
Or with Leo.
Get over here, you idiot! Yeah, but I think those two guys are just about to fight. What the? What? Who's him?
In A Way Out, you will experience something new all the time. Everything you do in the game is unique for that scene. We want you and your friend to be focused and engaged throughout the entire story. But let me tell you, this is just the beginning of what you will be experiencing in A Way Out.
Get him! Run, run, run! Relax, man, I got this.
I know, me again. Thank you, Joseph. That game is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. Now let's switch gears for just a minute. It's great to be here showing you the games you'll play this year. But at the same time, we are inspired to look farther ahead. Creative ideas combined with new technologies become an unstoppable force. We have teams today taking technologies that are changing the world and using them to change the way we play. These are the futurists, the incubators, our talented artists, designers, and engineers within our studios, our Frostbite team, our digital platform team, and a new research division called Seed. What motivates me every day is the responsibility we have to push our industry forward. That's one reason we created this new division. Seed is a small, stealthy team that I work with on a daily basis, exploring some of our most visionary concepts, like deep learning or neural networks, creating a world for you to define, to interact with, and share as you wish, or virtual humans with deeply sophisticated artificial intelligence. So instead of one main character shared by millions, we can have millions of main characters shaped by you. That's just the beginning of how we can blur reality and the digital world. Go anywhere, share your discoveries, be anyone. The games become yours. Now, what we know today is that interactive entertainment will change more in the next 5 years than it has in the last 45. Together, we are building that future. One that disrupts, empowers, and is full of play. And to do that, we also need innovative new platform technology. So when we were thrilled when we got our first Project Scorpio dev kits from Microsoft, 6 teraflops and true 4K graphical fidelity. Now these Madden NFL 18 visuals are just a taste of what can be accomplished combining Frostbite with Project Scorpio. And already we are creating the most detailed, high-resolution environments you've ever seen on a console. Madden looks absolutely stunning, but as game makers, awesome graphics and effects are just the beginning. The game has to feel amazing as well. Project Scorpio is a powerful platform, and it's coming at the right time. Now, I have one more thing before I go. New IP is one of the purest forms of innovation in our industry. A brand new idea combined with the latest tech and a vision for something extraordinary. The next game will push every boundary for you. It is fast, dangerous, beautiful, and unexpected. So this is just the first tease that we're showing you today. Then we will have so much more in the Microsoft press conference tomorrow, so don't miss that. But for now, here's the first glimpse of our brand new IP from BioWare.
The wall. It's our armor. It protects us from what lies beyond. But out there, you either live with the choices you make, or die trying to change them. The story doesn't end here. It's just the beginning.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean O'Brien, and I'm here today to share the latest about NBA Live 18 with you. But instead of talking about it, I'd like to show you. We've spent the last 2 years completely overhauling virtually every aspect of gameplay. Now we're going to go outside to a hands-on station out in FanFest so you can check out some of those improvements. And then we're going to come back in here and give you more details about how NBA Live 18 introduces an entirely new way to play a basketball game. We call it the One. Gibbs, Connor, over to you.
Thank you, Sean. You look fantastic every single time I see you. We are here out at FanFest EA Play. I want to see everyone on social. Use that hashtag EA Play. Tell me what games you're excited to see. I am telling you right now, I am excited to see a first look at NBA Live 18. And no one better in the business. My guy right here, creative director Connor Dugan. Connor, let's take first look, NBA Live 18.
Yeah, what's up? I mean, I'm super excited that people finally get their hands on NBA Live. We're going to take a look at a replay we just got. Q and I were playing. I'm controlling LeBron. Q's controlling KD. Let's take a look.
Get all these angles in here. I want to see the sweat.
All right, so what we're looking at here is I'm using my right stick dribble control, and I'm performing any combination of moves I want. So I can go behind the back, between the legs, and now I'm trying to attack the basket. But KD, or Q, cuts me off with a flick of his left stick, and then I try to go back at him again. This time I'm going to go middle,
Hello. I'm Janina Gavankar, and I play Commander Iden Versio, leader of the Inferno Squad in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm also an advocate for in-depth cinema caliber story in games. That tweet from John Boyega was like the tweet heard around the world. It spoke for all of us. When can we play a Star Wars story? We don't want to just relive the movies. We've watched them a million times. What we want to do is have a new and authentic, untold story. A story that delivers new perspectives and enables us to play as some of our favorite Star Wars characters while also introducing new ones. And just like Rogue One tells an essential Star Wars story ahead of A New Hope, Star Wars Battlefront 2 will tell a new Star Wars story that helps bridge the gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. It's good. But EA didn't just stop there. We loved the previous Battlefront of 2015, but we wanted more. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is much bigger than the previous title, with more than 3 times the content of the first game. Yeah. Now, I'm all about that couch co-op, and they're bringing it back with the return of Skirmish, so I'm going to be cuddling up with someone playing me some Battlefront 2. In multiplayer, there are more heroes, more vehicles, more planets. I've been to some of them. More space battles and starfighter assault, and deeper progression and customization, as well as content from across all eras. But, as we know, Star Wars is not just some checklist of great features. How does Battlefront 2 play? The team at DICE in Stockholm has some of the most talented multiplayer designers in the world, and they've been working with the EA Game Changers to make sure Star Wars Battlefront 2 has the multiplayer we're all looking for. These Game Changers, they basically get like tapped on the shoulder because they're the best Battlefront players in the world, and then they get secretly flown out to Stockholm. As long as they provide valuable feedback, they get an early look at the game. Sounds like an awesome program, and if I didn't suck at multiplayer, maybe I'd get an invite. That's true. So let's hear more from them about their time at DICE.
After the release of Star Wars Battlefront 1, the community thought there should have been more. And the good news is this, the developers have been listening.
I'm really excited to let the Game Changers get their hands on the game.
This is going to stay, right? Sorry? The clean UI look is going to stay?
There's still time to change something if it's not working.
Oh my God! My first impression with the game is upgraded. All 3 eras are gonna be in the game.
No! There's boss coming at me! Oh, okay, battle squads! We've got a whole bunch of new features. One of the biggest ones that a lot of fans are excited about is the class system.
They split the characters up into different classes.
They have different weapons, special abilities that you can customize.
It affects your health. It affects how you are gonna support your team.
There's going to be more content. You're going to have to get used to a lot of new different techniques on how to play.
The gunplay and the weapons have completely been redone compared to the first Battlefront. Now there is a lengthened skill gap in it.
It feels a lot better and go, oh, okay, this gun feels kind of more real, less floaty.
Which is your favorite hero so far? We're introducing a system called Battle Points, which will allow you to become not only heroes, but other things on the battlefield.
As you're helping your team play the objective, you gain these points.
There's such a plethora of things to spend it on, vehicles, or even coming in as a hero.
And the coolest thing, I think, is a level of customization, not just from a weapon standpoint, but the actual character's own abilities.
Collaborating with the Game Changers is always a really great working environment when you're trying to figure things out.
I mean, to know that you're giving key feedback to make it a better experience for everybody, it's like putting your footprint out there and saying, look, I'm part of this.
Is everyone in position?
Yeah.
Ready?
Everyone ready?
So I'm going to participate in making the trailer. It's a whole different level of fantasy.
All right, recording.
So 3, 2, 1. And now, on behalf of the EA Game Changers and DICE, this is the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer gameplay.
Sector is clear. Not clear! Not clear! But we need to clear that escort. Let's give him everything we got.
Your next assignments, they are unusual.
Grab onto something.
I'm trying.
Yoda, Darth Maul, Wookiees, Kylo Ren versus Rey. I watched that thing like 20 times backstage with my mom before this even started. My mom's here. Yes, it's a big day for me. I'm sorry. So. Okay. So we have even more exciting things for you. In just a moment, YouTube personality iJustine, shoutcaster Alex Goldenboy Mendez, and DICE developer Paul Kesslin will showcase Assault on Theed, the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer. Yep. We've got 39 game changers ready to go, head-to-head in a 20 versus 20 match, Battle on Theed, and I'm going to take the 40th slot. We'll see. Okay, but you're not going to want to miss this because, like, maybe you've seen some teasers, but this is the real thing, okay? All the bells and whistles, all the newness. But before we take you there, another big Star Wars Battlefront fan has some exciting news.
Hi guys, it's John Boyega here. You thought I wasn't going to turn up? Yes, I was. But I'm sorry I can't be there with you because I'm doing a play in London. But I do have some great news. Obviously, you know I'm a massive fan of Star Wars Battlefront 1. And now we're going into the next chapter with Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I'm very, very excited to share this news with you. We've seen Yoda, we've seen Luke, we've seen all the other characters, but where's Finn? Finn will definitely be a part of Star Wars Battlefront 2 alongside with Captain Phasma as part of the first season of free content. And there's more. On top of that, we also get to play on the new planet Crate that you saw on the Last Jedi teaser trailer in April. So this is going to be an exciting time. I'm going to be playing. If you see Finn running around whooping some ass, it's me. So I'm getting ready, getting set for you guys to play with me on Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I'm excited. Let's play.
Okay, but did you listen? Finn and Phasma are headed to Star Wars Battlefront 2 this holiday, and it will be free. Yes. The team at DICE heard our feedback loud and clear on the previous Battlefront and are committed to keeping this community together with themed seasons of content post-launch for all players at no additional charge. So, the first season, inspired by Star Wars The Last Jedi, is only the beginning of the additional content coming to this game. All post-launch Heroes, maps, weapons, and vehicles will be free for everyone who owns Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes. And yesterday, EA announced that players who pre-order will get early access to multiplayer beta and Yoda's epic lightsaber mastery star card. So, let us recap. New essential Star Wars story. Multiplayer across all 3 Star Wars eras, space battles, split-screen co-op, and free content that will keep us playing together for years to come. Yes, right? Yes. Yes. I am so honored to be just a tiny little part of this team making this amazing game. I can't believe they let me do this today. And I can't wait to play the game in its entirety in November. And I get to start right now. So I'm going to go pick up my controller, and I'm going to throw it over to Justine and Golden Boy and Paul to take us to Assault on Theed, the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer.
Thanks so much. Hey guys, welcome to the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer gameplay, Assault on Theed. We're ready to show you guys the live gameplay for the first time. I'm your host, Justine, and with me here today, we've got Golden Boy and Paul Kesslin, producer from DICE. What have we got going on here today, guys?
We got a lot going on today. First of all, what we're going to see today is a 3-stage mode. It's our new gameplay. We'll be showing people going. The droids are attacking Theed. They'll be going all the way up the main pathway towards the Royal Palace. They need to escort the MTT tank. From there, if we progress to stage 2, the droids need to try to bypass security, make their way into the palace itself. If they're successful, they'll be able to take on the throne room, and there the droids will ideally try to capture that from the clone army. Unfortunately, the clone army's still there, needs to try to push them out and make that last stand.
Can we just take a moment here and appreciate the fact that we get to be droids in Star Wars? This is going to be awesome. I can't wait. Are you guys excited? Man, you guys got to come alive over here because we're going to see some great gameplay. We have some great game changers who are going to be competing here. And I use competing as a term because these guys are holding nothing back just yet.
Yeah, no, it's been super exciting, and we got a chance to play yesterday, and it's just really fun to sort of get into this environment. You know, it's something that we've seen in the movies, but we're actually in the gameplay, and with somebody here who has actually worked on the game. So let's talk more about what we're seeing here and getting into this, because there's 3 phases to this. So currently, we're in phase 1.
That's right, and also we have some great game changers. You saw one of them pop up in just a little while. It was BF Updates, Pool Shark, Mooselk. We also have my boy Darkness, a.k.a. Dankness. He will be playing as well. We have Westy, Master G, Star Wars HQ, and some NBA Live, just cuz. Why not? You know, just do your thing. But anyway, here you go. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2, folks. Now, this is awesome because essentially phase 1, you get to escort an MTT down the street of Theed here, and the pressure is on for the clones. They have to hold back the assault here, Paul.
They do, definitely. The droids are sitting there trying to escort that MTT up the main pathway. If they're successful, we go on to that phase 2. But right now, what we're seeing is some specialist gameplay from, I think, Battlefront updates.
Yeah, let's actually talk about the specialists, and also you're going to see a couple different classes here. This class in particular that Massive G is using is the heavy class. Specialist, kind of your sniper, right? But the heavy class, what do they do here?
So the heavy class is great. They got a bit more health than your average trooper. They're also able to pop that combat shield, try to push into areas. So you can see those guys as pushers or defenders in some areas. But it looks like we got one of our Vulture droids right now. Not sure who's flying this guy, but these guys are great at air-to-air, trying to take out those other ships that might be coming in, that Naboo N1 Starfighter. Otherwise, they're there to provide some great ground support like we're seeing here, trying to get some strafing runs in on those clones.
Oh, no!
Oh!
Come on, man.
Missed that tower.
You just did it wrong there, buddy.
So it's
Sorry
great
about that.
because we also do have the air support, but we also have ground support as well.
We do. So another thing that those air vehicles are great at is trying to take out some of the ground vehicles that you may see. The droid army has the AAT tank, something that's really great at troop suppression. But we see here a little clip of the V-Wing doing that. Oh, man, he's just mowing some droids down there.
Yeah, just absolutely shredding. You're going to see this happen quite a bit, especially in this phase, because there's a lot of open field here, right? And you can just come through for some great bombing runs, really, and eliminate as many people as you possibly can. And also, you put the presence of an air vehicle out there players will fear the skies, and they will, you know, look for cover in this map where it's already difficult to find cover to begin with in this phase in particular.
Absolutely, and you can see right now that there is an AAT tank sitting around on the battlefield. He is probably taking out those clone troopers, but this Vulture droid is really stepping it up.
What I love about this is everyone's like, oh, look at this great open map. And then when you start phase 2, it's like everything starts coming in and coming way closer together. And we were talking a little bit more about the Assault class. So for somebody who has just started playing this, never played in previous versions, do you feel like the Assault class might be something perfect for them to pick up?
I think the Assault class is yes, absolutely. It's something that is, ooh, that's painful. The Assault class is something that a lot of players will be able to jump right into. They're your frontline flanker attacker. I think they're going to be fairly easy. You can get right in and just start having, you know, your typical run and gun action. Their signature ability, you see here at the top of the screen, your number 2 ability, that switches you over to a shotgun. You get a little bit faster, and you're able to really get in there and kind of, you know, break through those front lines.
Oh, I love it. I love using the shotgun, man. It is so good. And it's actually, when I first used it, it really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. And I said, wait a minute. I could destroy people with this. So I just charged into the room and just absolutely shredded everyone. It was so fun to play with here. We're also seeing some great dogfighting here between the clones and the separatists. This is certainly what a lot of folks love in Star Wars, and just really in any game that DICE makes, right? They just always do a good job with the air combat. He's really trying to track him down. This Vulture's
not
really
having much luck.
No,
yeah, that Vulture cannot shake him.
Oh, so we got Star Wars HQ here. You know, he's playing the Assault class again. You saw him, he had a signature thermal detonator that he'll be able to kind of suppress some of those guys as he rushes in.
And there are different weapons as well. Like one of the guns that I would oftentimes use was the semi-automatic gun. It, you know, fired a lot slower, but you can get some great shots with it. And then there's also this nice, compact SMG style blaster that really shreds through people in close range. I was, you know, using a little.
I mean, we want to give you a little bit more weapon variety this time around, you know?
Yeah.
Also, some AAT tank action here, and this is doing what it does best. It's suppressing that point, trying to keep those clones out of the way.
They're trying to make their way forward as the objective continues to march down. He has to get away from that.
He's trying to, I don't know, is he trying to flank the tank? That's not smart.
I don't know, man. Maybe he will. Maybe
you saw a little combat roll there. Got to give you some escape options in case you get into some hairy action.
Uh-oh, we didn't get to see this one before. Finally,
we haven't.
Some ATRTs, yes. So these are great for taking out those AATs. So these guys are a little quick. They have an ion charge ability. It'll be able to do a little bit more extra damage against the tank should they see it. So you can imagine like 3 or 4 of these on the battlefield really rushing around points. Like, look at this. He's just
can you stop someone out? What can you do with this? And
like, you can run some if you want.
I was actually gonna say, could I get shot off of it if I'm on top of it because my body's exposed?
Yeah,
That question was answered, you know, instantly.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. Oh man. So Mr. Muselk here. You know, look for this guy to be on a tear a little bit later. And also, I did want to highlight, we had an officer, as a matter of fact, right in front of Star Wars.
We did, one of my favorite classes.
What is it about the officer that makes it so unique?
I mean, my skills aren't what they used to be. I'm a bit slower nowadays, but I'm able to really buff up my class, or buff up my teammates, try to let them get some extra health, let them push through the points faster. And, ooh.
What happened there?
Finally some good dogfighting going in there.
Okay,
so
all right. And one starfighter.
What's great about some of these starfighters is these are accessed through our new battle point system. So instead of finding a pickup token on the map like we used to in the last game, you're now able to, depending on how well you do, whether you're scoring points via kills, via team assist, or you're playing the objective like we really want players to do, you're earning points continuously that will allow you to spend those on whether it be a special character, whether it be a vehicle, or even a hero.
And the battle points that allows you to unlock all of those things.
All those things.
And also something to look out for too. When we get into phase 2, that's battle point really gonna play a role there, right?
I mean, right now, definitely see a lot more. It's an open space. You have time for this air combat and some vehicle gameplay. But once we get inside, it's gonna be a different story.
That's right. Things are definitely getting heat up. And what is this happening, right? This is a lock-on just trying to shake him out?
Yep.
Yeah, they better enjoy their air combat here, because that's not going to be happening for much longer.
Oh, Master G is just destroying him. Oh, no, he got picked off. Nice job.
But he was doing what he needed to do, support his team, right? It's that combined arms fire. You want to make sure that somebody's trying to cover you from the air.
Oh boy. So, and you can see after every respawn as well, you get those
how many points you're earning.
Right? So you can use those later on. Got some specialist gameplay here as well. Maybe you can take off a couple faces perhaps.
So in the specialist class, you can also deploy different types of traps as
yeah,
well.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have access to a trip mine. So if you want to stick, you want to be, that true sniper character, you set some trip mines behind yourself, make sure nobody can flank you. But really, you're there to provide some of that cover fire for your troops downrange. And it's especially potent in this area because it is such a big open area. So that specialist will really shine in phase 1.
Some more bombing runs here and just absolutely tearing them up. I have to say, man, Musok is killing it in this world.
Again, he's doing great. Oh, and we see there one of the officer classes right next to one of the clones.
Officer, fantastic for pushing, right? You want to be able to push the objective.
Definitely.
Support your team. Like, if you are playing with your buddies, you want to be able to have at least one officer available because he keeps you going in the fight.
I mean, they really help push, when those heavies are trying to drive towards a point, you got your officers behind you, giving you some extra health, making sure that you're still able to complete that push. Or on the opposite side, if you're one of the droids and you really lock down a point, the officers have access to a turret that they can place on the ground and, give a little bit more fire support for that area.
I'm trying to see if Massive G here is, he's really focused on the bombing runs, right? He's not trying to go into combat with Musok, who's up there. There's Darkness 429. Just shredding everyone up here. Maybe he can get a couple kills in the corner.
He just went into siege mode?
Yeah, this is happening.
Oh, yeah, so tell us about the siege mode.
Sure, so
how does this play out?
In siege mode, for a limited time, you're able to just blow up just some huge area effect shots. You lock down your position, but you're able to have a lot more firepower.
We also just saw the B2 Super Battle Droid there as well. That's something you can get
Another
with
one of my
battle points
favorites.
as well.
Another one of my favorites. Yeah, you can grab those guys via the battle point system. Those guys, great at pushing points again. They have high health, a lot of rapid fire. Oh!
Here we go.
Oh, there it is.
And this big explosion indicates phase 1 is over. Now we start phase 2. And this is when the action really begins to pick up here because it gets really tight inside of that building and players need to be mindful of that. And look for this B2 to just shred through everyone, especially with that cooling ability that he has, to be able to keep him just constantly shooting in the fight.
He's gonna make a huge difference here as the fight moves inside. I mean, there's gonna be narrow pathways. He's gonna be able to just shred as soon as anybody gets in his way, because it's those narrow corridors. It's gonna be trouble.
And just waiting for the prime opportunity to push up here. Players falling. Got White Boy there. And there. Oh, here we go.
This is some Darth Maul action.
Here we go, folks.
This
Darth
is where
Maul.
it starts to get interesting.
This gets scary.
Darth Maul will excel in phase 2 and phase 3 as you're inside. I mean, he's a great mobile attacker. He's going to sit there with his lightsaber.
Close quarters too, so he's absolutely perfect for that.
Absolutely. I mean, some of his abilities you can see here, he's got that spin attack. He's able to just rush in and out of combat and just take guys out in the process.
It was funny, I was talking to Musok earlier, and he was using Darth Maul, and he was saying how there's Boba Fett as well. But he was talking about how he wishes Darth Maul could reflect. If he could reflect, he'd be too strong. He'd be way too strong.
Oh,
there goes Boba Fett.
That was a good flank by Boba Fett and Maul. Just shredded the clone army, unfortunately.
So what role does Boba Fett fill in this battle?
Boba Fett is definitely a hunter-killer. So if the clone army is able to get some of the heroes in play, like this is where Boba Fett will really shine. Is with that jetpack of his, he's able to kind of float above the battlefield, fire off some rockets, really just take out an individual target.
And so what difference does he have from the last game?
From the last game, we've given him a bit new tricks. He's got a new concussion rocket that will really disorient players completely. He also has the barrage. Instead of just one rocket, he's able to really just lay down some suppressive fire.
Nice. Also, one thing to keep in mind, we saw the B2, here we go, but on the clone side, there aren't specialist, characters that you can pick up. Well, we haven't seen much of it yet, but that would be the clone jump trooper.
That's right.
Very different from the standard like assault class. It has the jump jets that you love from Battlefront, the original.
That's right.
Brought back here, but now focused on Central Class.
Exactly.
Yeah, next Boba Fett here with the
Look at that.
He's shredding.
Able to just lay down so much firepower. It's intense.
Oh,
they got him though.
Down. Jesse was able to find him on that one,
Yep.
but here comes some officer gameplay here.
Oh, good. Finally, somebody some support.
Support people matter too.
They
You
do.
know,
They
you gotta
do.
give them some love.
We're the linchpin of the team,
Yeah, exactly. Now, what is his 2 exactly? Is 2 the healing
His
ability?
2 abilities, yeah, exactly. It's that healing ability. It gives you a little bit of buff for your little over health, but it also heals you back up. So it's, here we got the jump troopers.
Oh boy, and here we go. It's getting ready for phase 3 in just a little bit. There's a jump trooper we talked about before. Jump trooper, super fun to play. But again, it's attached to a specialist now, so not everyone's going to have it equipped, although it was in the original Battlefront.
Right.
But I am going to be excited to hop in the jump trooper and shred people like that.
I mean, I know a lot of people love the jump pad.
Oh,
geez.
now we've got May.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, I'm super excited as her.
She's quite a powerful character.
Don't run.
Here's some of her abilities.
She got out of that one really
Don't run.
quickly, but
Oh,
they got her.
The droid fallen by a
Finished
simple
her off.
droid.
No, but Ray
So how
has,
does her
Ray has
mind
great-
trick affect enemies?
Absolutely. So Ray's mind trick is something that against all enemies, they'll be confused for a little bit, and your controls will kind of work against you, making you a little bit more vulnerable to attack.
Just so you guys know, this is when it gets insane. Because there's so much going on here. And was that a little Han?
We saw a little Han, yeah.
Are we gonna get some Han?
I hope so.
I hope so.
But I mean, you saw it earlier. So every time you finish a life, we'll show you how many battle points you have. And some people have enough points to get those reinforcements. And especially this late in the game, you'll see a lot more of these special classes coming out, a lot more of the heroes coming out. So again, this jump trooper here, with his rocket launcher and his jump pack, trying to be mobile, trying to fly into that last zone and capture a point.
This is really where heavies are going to thrive as well, because my goodness, you just see him
Laying on
tearing
fire
through the doorway, just absolutely dominating the clones. They need to push out. They need to fight this one out here. There are so many lives left that the Separatists have to their team. They could really run through this. The clones have to start acting fast, because if they cap it, that will be it. The Separatists will win this game.
It's not looking so good for my boys in the clone army.
I'm a Separatist fan, so I'm excited.
I'm just gonna go on whichever team wins.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm not gonna be too picky here.
Okay, jump and ship. I understand that. No loyalties. Maybe you are Sith after all.
Maybe I am.
Oh, who knows?
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Yeah, so in this third phase though, the droids are trying to capture that throne room. So you can see here, if you remember, it's just this is the main throne.
And this is such super close quarters. Do you have any sort of strategies that you would?
Absolutely. I mean,
let us know?
if you're the clones, you're hoping that. Oh, geez.
Han Solo's just getting torn up.
This is gonna be trouble.
It's like too soon, man. I can't relive Force Awakens again. Like, don't do it.
Darth Maul is just destroying absolutely everything. I mean, is there any tip to taking him down?
I mean, you want to try to combine arms fire.
Oh.
The tip is blasters.
Run away. Maybe
That's
run
the
away.
tip. Run away and just shoot the crap out of Darth Maul. Oh, man.
He was our MVP. Look at that.
Nice
Yeah.
stuff.
Just
Moose Congratulations.
destroying.
36 kills he ended up picking up
My
there, man.
goodness. My goodness.
Well, guys, that was it. What did you guys think?
Intense.
Not bad. I'm lying. It was freaking awesome. I love it. It's so good. It's like, I love the class-based gameplay personally, because again, you can really get your squad, your friends to get together and say like, hey, I want to, run the officer, and we're, we're going to do some highlights here. Maybe not wasn't the best highlight.
Not the best highlight.
Because although maybe it was.
Let's take a look at some of these highlights.
Oh.
Actually, I think it's just a crash montage. I think that's what we're going to do at this point. It's just all crashing all the time. I'm down with that.
But it was Musak. I mean, he's sitting there, getting as many battle points as he can before his next life. I mean, that's what you want to try to see with those battle point systems. You want to either snowball your points, keep earning them, keep building, getting more and more things.
Yeah, that's right. And again, just the game. One thing I do want to compliment the team on, EA and DICE, just the way the game looks. It's so beautiful. Especially seeing this part of the Star Wars universe brought to life, the way that you guys really managed to do so. I mean, kudos on that one. Once again, just dropping jaws everywhere.
We try. I mean, the team back home is amazing. They do incredible things. I mean, you can see it looks so pretty. Just look at this laser fire. It's intense, and it looks beautiful.
It really does look incredible.
So I was just gushing right now. Like we did, the game looks good. Definitely. Oh man, well that was awesome. And overall, I mean, I have to say, I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to coordinate with my friends, and destroy the clone scum. I can't wait for that. Yeah, exactly. Separatists all day.
Well, guys, that was so awesome. Now, if you guys are in LA, you can come join us at FanFest this weekend. And if you come down on Monday, we've got a chance for you guys to win a trip to Gamescom in Germany this August. All you have to do is come and play, which is, I mean, that's not asking too much. And you have to be the best player of your match, and you guys will be entered to win a trip for 2 to Cologne, Germany, and a full pass to Gamescom. You've been before.
Yeah, I've been there plenty times. It's one of the most ridiculous conventions ever. If you happen to go, it's insane. It's massive. So you're not. If you don't get the trip, you're going to be really sad. But if you do get the trip, you and a buddy, you're going to have a good time. It's a fun time. Hopefully, I'll see you there.
Well, if you guys like Star Wars like we do and you guys want to play as your favorite heroes and villains, you guys can download Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes right now on Android or iOS. And you can play as any of the iconic characters that you guys saw today and many more. Paul, I also heard that you're making Battlefront 2 because you've been playing a lot of Galaxy of Heroes.
I play a ton of Galaxy Heroes. I've played that game every day since it launched. I think I've actually spent about $1,000 in that game.
You have a problem.
I do have a problem.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's just so much Star
You're that
Warsy
guy.
goodness. I can't help it.
I got to pick it up. I have to play it.
You should try it.
Yeah, I know my brother, he's going nuts about it, so I guess I have to make it happen.
Yeah, I was actually playing. I started playing in December, so around the holidays, that's pretty much all I did. It was great.
At Christmas, just
All right,
away,
sorry, I'm
going
busy.
nuts.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here. Stay tuned to battlefront2.com for more about the game, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks, Paul. Golden Boy, this was incredible. And now I'm going to send it over to Patrick for more.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you to the real rock stars of this show, the development teams inside EA. You are truly amazing. Now, we can't wait for more of you to play, and there's more coming. Stay tuned online for a closer look at some of our biggest game. And remember, EA Play is for all of you, our players. Thank you all for joining us. Now, let's play.
So that was the EA show.
Yep.
EA Play.
Lots of actual promising good stuff.
You know what? I gotta say, that was the best EA show
in a
long time. So definitely.
They showed new stuff, which was awesome.
Yeah. Always awesome to see new stuff. Always great to
and it was indie.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Well, so let's start off the show. Recap everything that we just saw.
Okay, they had sports at first.
So yeah, we started off. We had Madden. Madden looked like it was going to incorporate the journey that
every
FIFA,
other sports games.
every other sports game that they have,
except for hockey. They didn't talk about hockey.
They didn't talk about hockey. They didn't talk about UFC. That's okay. That's fine.
That's fine.
So we have. So we have a story mode coming to FIFA, or coming to Madden.
Madden, yeah.
And that was surprisingly all they talked about. Madden was just the one trailer.
Yep.
It was like it's coming, like this year. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's everything they had.
And also, they didn't talk anything about mobile or the Switch whatsoever.
No, there was nothing for mobile and nothing for Switch. So that was very interesting.
So EA could be completely just dropping the Switch.
Could be.
Because
so then we also had In the Name of the Tsar, Russia, night levels,
a bunch of new stuff,
new vehicles,
new cars,
new guns, the women's Death Squad.
Yep.
That's a lot of people have been asking for,
tons of new content for Battlefield. And they still, like we were looking, there's still 2 more DLC packs after this, and it's coming out in September. So that's pretty awesome that they're doing that. Very, very cool. New competitive Battlefield game.
Okay, so what he mentioned about the competitiveness, I'm not sure what he actually was trying to push. Is it a new game? Is it just...
I think it's a new game that's probably like 4-on-4. Like a very small group of people in a small, tiny map.
Okay. And so we're going to hear more on that at Gamescom.
Yeah, in August.
And so that's awesome.
Yep.
Well, that's definitely going to be something on our watch list, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're going to have... They talked more about FIFA. Much more of an expanding of their esports section for actually all their sports games from what we're seeing.
Yes, they're doing a big push for that. And then the whole thing with FIFA, they're expanding on the whole story mode from last year with Alex Hunter. Because they want more. People want more.
People did want more. Like I said earlier, I thought the story was awesome. So I didn't actually follow Twitter when people were like going on about FIFA, but hey, that's great.
Yeah,
it was a solid story. The little clips that we're seeing that they released was solid. Like there was a good
Yeah,
it looks like this is going to be a great story.
And it's got good content for it, and it's surprising for sports games.
Yeah,
we don't see this with sports games, so it's a good year for EA and their sports games. Solid year. Next up, we got racing game.
Need for Speed. I feel bad for Jesse. Like, Jesse is one of my favorite YouTubers, but
he was bombing.
Sorry,
it wasn't
man.
going well. But Need for Speed does look really good. It's a mixture of the heist meets like GTA 5.
Yeah, so I got a feeling of the crew, of Ubisoft's The Crew.
Yeah.
And also it was more like
The Run.
The Run is what I was seeing, and I loved The Run. It was great for what it was. But like, this pretty much was an updated version of The Run, where you're now focused on taking down a mafia group.
Yeah. And more of like the crew.
Yeah. So
yeah. And you got 3 characters to play as.
I did enjoy how they switched that out, like how you had to get close to the car to let her jump.
She would jump on top,
and then
she flew out with the other car.
And then you're now her doing her mission, which is getting away from everyone.
Yeah, so it looks pretty awesome. I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped.
It's a lot better than what I initially thought of the game.
Yeah, when they originally said that there was going to be like a story focus to it again, this is the thing I was worried about. I did not like the live action cutscenes of the last one. I couldn't get over that. This one,
well, EA does love their live action cutscenes.
I'm not saying the live action scenes were bad. They were well done. It's just I couldn't.
Too much.
It was too much.
Yeah, but the game does look great. It looks like it's going to be something awesome for this year for Need for Speed. So, it's pretty awesome. Next up was the big highlight of the show.
Okay, yes, definitely big highlight of the show. I have a confession. I never played Brothers.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. Okay, that's everyone.
It's a highly rated indie title.
Okay, now, and I know it's heavily co-op focused.
Oh yeah, because that's who they are, and their follow-up game to Brothers is just as highly co-op focused.
Even more so from what we're seeing, because
there's no way to not play with someone.
Yeah, you need someone, and presentation wise, it's much better on the couch,
which is surprising because couch co-op in the past like 5 or 6 years has essentially gone the way of the dodo.
Yeah, so this is very interesting. Like, definitely want to see more of this and how it's going to work.
Yeah, and like it's totally, and it totally fits with the name, A Way Out. You have to find a way out of prison,
and then after that, it even looks like you have to continue your escape even for a little while. So it looks great, and the fact that like it really kind of continues from like whoever's taking the character is going to make the game different.
Yeah, and it's heavy story-driven narrative, which is awesome.
I definitely enjoyed the part where he was showing one player was in cutscene and the other was watching the cutscene, but could just
walk
go
around
and do stuff.
And you have different ways of looking at how you're gonna meet an objective. It's kind of like a Hitman kind of thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
You have your own style of play that you can do. You're not limited to, you have to do this, and this in this order. You can do whatever you want.
So that's early 2018?
Yes, so early next year, we're going to be getting that, and it looks pretty amazing. They didn't say what system it's going to be coming on or anything like that, but we'll probably get more of that in the coming months before release. So it looks pretty awesome. And then we got the big drop.
So, yeah, this is one thing that we can be excited for tomorrow at Microsoft's presentation. BioWare's
new IP. They haven't released a new IP since
Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, and that came out in 2009.
And well, they tried to bring one out, but it didn't work.
So, yeah, and they haven't released a new IP since 2009. So the new IP is Anthem. Looks, there's a wall with things on the other side.
I saw a Titan
kind of thing. So it's probably going to be heavy narrative, story driven, because it's BioWare.
Yeah, it's like take the heavy narrative that they're used to, that we're used to, because that's likely what's going to be there. But we're promised gameplay tomorrow.
It's gonna fit. It looks like it's gonna fit right in the middle between Mass Effect and Dragon Age.
Yeah,
that you're gonna be. It's kind of be futuristic, but still you're gonna have these massive beasts that you're gonna get to fight. So it looks like it's gonna be a mixture of both. It looks. I'm actually really excited. I'm intrigued to see if it's gonna be an exclusive for Microsoft, because if you really look at it, Microsoft needs exclusives. I wouldn't be surprised that they made a deal.
I could see them trying to snag a deal on that.
Because, well, look at what they did with, Scalebound. It's kind of like Scalebound.
That's true.
And then that went down the crapper. So, this could be their answer to Scalebound. So, I wouldn't be surprised, but Microsoft might have some, like, early access kind of thing to it, and it might be going to everything else. But we will see. Now,
NBA Live. That was the next thing up. We got shown the one.
I felt so bad for the guy.
To be honest, felt bad for the guy. You always feel bad for the people that come after BioWare.
Or any big, like, announcement that they go,
yeah,
this is what we're doing. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to talk about basketball. I just felt bad for him. He was just like, oh.
But I'm going to admit, the one mechanic...
they didn't really explain it too good.
They didn't explain it.
They're just like, oh, look at LeBron, or was it LeBron? Yeah,
look at LeBron dribble.
He's just dribbling.
I'm showing you how that if you did this at the right moment, it dribbled this way, and like. Okay,
from what I could get of it, you're just playing the one character. You're just playing
that. That is what I was getting. Is that it's...
But it took me a little bit for me to understand, okay, this is what they're doing.
Yeah, when they showed it, like, as of gameplay, which was just watching a pre-recorded...
slowly...
It was the replay of his match that he just did. Like, down to the, we're going to, show you back and forth. And, he screwed up this area, so it allowed me to get in, and I got to do this. Okay, whatever. Show me some actual, in full motion gameplay. I would have been much more happy. The idea that when they showed the trailer though, which we're gonna figure this out from EA a little bit later.
Yeah.
But the idea sounds like you're gonna be playing as one character.
You're gonna get to essentially build your own character. And you're going to get to also play on the street. So NBA Street meets NBA Live in the actual, league.
Yeah, and, that could actually be pretty decent for
them. Because they're...
This is that little bit of a game changer that we kind of need to have.
That's what they need in sports games.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep re-releasing the same game over and over and over again because people aren't going to buy it. They need to do something different.
We need that little extra push, which is why I really think they try to push the story mode now, because
it's something different.
Even if the game is the same, you have that story content that you can just push.
Yeah. So it looked good.
Definitely looked very interesting.
And then last but not least, we got Star
Battlefront.
Wars. And holy shit, did they make it into Battlefield?
It's
Battlefield 1.
It was 100% Battlefield.
From
Star Wars.
The movement to the flying looked like Battlefield.
Everything that was being shown was hardcore Battlefield.
Yep. And the best part, hands down, the free DLC.
The fact that all the DLC is going to be free.
That they essentially said we're not giving you there's not doing a season pass. We're giving you free DLC. That's just the way it's going to go from now on.
Yeah, because nobody wants to pay for DLC that is going to divide your community.
Well, you don't want to pay another $60, $70 for a season pass that you've already paid $70 for the game. So you don't want to pay twice for the game.
Which is what I assumed that DICE was going to do with most of their games after they released pretty much the season pass for all of Battlefield 4 and Hardline.
Yeah.
Like, I assumed that was going to be the next step, but Battlefield 1 had that season pass.
Yeah, they had the Enlister or whatever edition.
And same with Battlefront.
Yeah.
So Battlefront 2 going that way.
And it looks
I'm assuming they've also taken the look at how Titanfall, a lot of people were
model,
like, yes, we like this, and just kind of brought that over.
So hopefully Activision learns from this.
This is going to be a thing. We need to make sure Activision knows this.
Mm-hmm.
Activision knows that Battlefront is like going to have free DLC, and that will make it successful. One of the things that will make it successful, it'll probably get rid of this whole season pass stuff.
Yep. So we'll see what Activision says at the Sony press conference on Monday, because they're definitely going to be there because they have the deal with Sony.
It's definitely, and it's likely because we saw the PlayStation logo on
a lot of
we've seen it on a lot of stuff, to be honest, but we've seen it on the Star Wars one.
Yep.
We know that there's a exclusivity deal
with them.
between them. So
they're probably
also going to be at Sony as well.
Yeah, they're probably going to get content first.
Probably. We're probably that, or we're probably getting
extra content.
We're probably getting story mode like shown.
Yeah.
So that's probably what's going to happen. We're not sure. We'll talk about it more on Monday.
Yeah, at the pre-show for Sony, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But no, very promising from EA. It was a very unique show compared to the previous years. It didn't fall apart.
Oh, definitely. It didn't fall apart at all. It was a really strong showing. It's a good way to start off E3.
Yeah, and well, it was weird. They didn't talk about mobile. They didn't talk about almost any indie. We had one indie game.
Yeah, well, no, they usually talk at least one of the EA creative ones.
Yeah. Oh, and we forgot to talk about the best people that were there. The two British guys. With the blazers.
I did not know who they were.
They're amazing.
I am now a fan of them.
They are amazing.
I need to find their podcast or whatever and start watching it.
They have 3 different programs.
Yeah, I need it.
So I'm completely sold on them.
I'm sold. But no, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, so it was a good start to E3, good start with EA, and I'm excited to hear more about the BioWare presentation. That looks,
So if you want to know more about that BioWare game,
check in tomorrow.
We will be covering the Microsoft presentation
late tomorrow night.
Late tomorrow.
No, they're early.
Early tomorrow in comparison to everything else.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Atlantic, it's 12 and 1 or 12 o'clock for Bethesda and 1 for Devolver Digital. Whew.
Yeah.
All right, everyone.
That's the way she's gonna go.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us on this awesome E3 coverage. We will see you guys tomorrow.
Yep.